Hello everybody and welcome to Parks Bros. It's Drew here. We're here at SeaWorld San Diego this morning for the full announcement for their new 2023 coaster and maybe even a tour of the progress. So let's go.
Now please help me welcome Jim Lake, President of SeaWorld San Diego.
Thank you, Tim. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here today. Really appreciate you taking the time to be here, to be the first to hear about our new attraction. And today, as the coaster capital of San Diego, I'm excited to introduce an all-new addition to our collection of coasters and thrills here at the park. In 2023, we invite you to be part of an Arctic mission rescue on our new attraction, Arctic Rescue. It's the longest, fastest, triple launch straddle coaster on the West Coast. Arctic Rescue is the park's 6th roller coaster. You'll remember last year we launched our newest coaster, Emperor. In addition to that, we have Electric Eel, we have Journey to Atlantis, we have Tidal Twister, and everyone's favorite, Manta. And so this will be our 6th coaster here. We're really excited about that. So who wants to see a sneak peek? All right, let's do that. Elevate you up to a height of about 30 feet on a 2,800 foot long track. This straddle snowmobile style seat will really allow you to experience kind of all of the thrills that we have. Explorers will race through the Arctic through 3 accelerating launches. So each launch gets a little bit faster each time, so that will be a really unique experience for you. And we're thrilled to offer this unique ride experience here at SeaWorld San Diego, a ride manufactured by Intamin. And again, it's something we're really excited about because with its 48-inch height requirement, it's something that the whole family can experience together, which would be a really great experience for us.
So this is going to be the new load station for Arctic Rescue. Kind of where everybody's standing right now is going to be the new locker area, and so we still have some walls to put up, but I'm really excited to get to show you mid-transformation, because where we're standing was the loading station for the old simulator ride, so we would be getting onto the simulator, which was in the big open area behind me. So we're transforming that into the loading station for Arctic Rescue. You can see we already have the hole in the wall where the track is going to be coming into the building. We'll be getting on and off the train right over here. Behind me, the train will come down, do a 180-degree turn, and then be almost at ground level, and then launch us out of the building on our first launch, the first of 3.
Alrighty, so you heard it from Park President Jim Lake himself. The brand new roller coaster and 6th roller coaster at SeaWorld San Diego is going to be called Arctic Rescue. This brand new Intamin launch coaster is going to feature 3 launch as well as a straddled seating position, similar to rides like Wavebreaker the Rescue Coaster at SeaWorld San Antonio or Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure at Islands of Adventure in Florida. And these 3 launches that will be featured on the ride go up in speed every single time, with the first starting at 34 miles an hour, the second at 38 miles an hour, and that final launch bringing you up to a top speed of 40 miles an hour. The max height is said to be 30 feet as you traverse through 2,800 feet exactly of track, making this coaster the longest and fastest straddle coaster on the West Coast. This ride will be the first coaster by Intamin at SeaWorld San Diego and will start in that old Wild Arctic simulator boarding area, as well as where the simulators used to reside themselves. As you can see, we're actually standing in that area currently. As we look off the side of this elevated platform, those triangles on the ground, if you can see them, are where those simulators once stood. The boarding area is at the same height and will be quite similar to what it was prior. We found out there will be lockers on the corner of where this room is before it's split up a couple of times, I'm sure, to add in a separate boarding area as well as some queuing within the indoor section. We did find out, though, from Jim Potter, who is Vice President of Engineering at SeaWorld San Diego. He also appeared earlier in this video. He's the guy with that really long, cool-looking beard. But let's start diving into the construction progress as well as this full update on absolutely everything with the construction site. Since we're in that station area, we should start looking to where the track currently sits. Now, this track might not be actually meant for this area. They said they brought in those pieces of track just to show off some track up close and personal to all the people in the station. But it seems like, from what we were told, that on the side closest to where we were standing, the train will come in from that final brake run of the coaster into the station and loading and unload area. From this point, it's going to head towards the rest of the building in Wild Arctic or towards the helicopter before making a 180-degree left turn into that first launch section. We were told that there will be some audio elements and potentially some more theming, but a lot of that is still under wraps. While the footings aren't quite put in yet for the launch section in this area, though, a lot of those station footings and the turnaround have been filled in and are pretty much ready to go for some of that support structure to be stuck in and just about ready to hold some track up top. With that, you could see a lot of the remnants of the old Wild Arctic simulator ride with the doorways across this gap. That's where you used to exit the ride itself before heading through the rest of the Wild Arctic exhibit, and we were told that that is the plan with this coaster as well. Once you exit, you'll go through the rest of the Wild Arctic exhibit, which I think is so cool. I love the fact that that is an option, and you should be able to bypass the coaster entirely just to go see the exhibits as well. There's a couple holes in the wall, which we're not entirely sure what's going on there, but we'll probably find out sooner rather than later. And speaking of holes in the wall, once you look over to the left-hand side of this platform, there are two, with the right-hand side being where that launch is going to head out to the rest of the layout, and the left-hand side will be coming from that final brake run into the main station area. So you can kind of get an idea of the height differences between these two sections of track. I think it's really amazing that SeaWorld San Diego is reusing this space, as having an indoor station for this roller coaster as well as an indoor first launch is just going to be awesome for guest comfort, as well as a great opportunity for some cool lighting, effects, or maybe even some sort of pre-show like they have on Manta. Now, before we head out to the rest of the site, I just wanted to give an idea of where the boarding station truly is. As you can see, there is that famous helicopter that greets you into the Wild Arctic exhibits. It's just on the left-hand side of this wall. So it might be interesting to see what they'll do with that wall, and maybe there'll be a cool sightline element where you can kind of peek through the wall. I think that would be a really cool idea, but of course that's just me spitballing, and it is in no way confirmed. As you can see, the progress is already pretty far along with Arctic Rescue. I can't believe we're even back here. It's incredible. Huge thanks to SeaWorld for inviting us out for this exciting announcement. Look at all that foundation work going in right now. Walking out to where the majority of this coaster is going to reside was quite the eye-opener. Pretty much all of the foundation work has been finalized, and they're already pouring multiple footers, getting ready for supports to be put into the ground and track immediately after. while we were there at the park for the full day, they filled in a good 7, maybe 8 different footers. So once these are all set, I can't imagine how quick they're going to move along with the progress on this coaster. But I can tell you, from overlooking the layout from both the top of Emperor while we were on ride for a little bit and from down below, this thing is going to have so many different crossover moments. I can't wait to see what that's going to be like. But since they were actively pouring concrete into those footing casings, they are, in Jim's words, already a fourth done with the project, which is pretty phenomenal if you ask me. This ride is scheduled to open next year in 2023, and according to the press release, it will be opening in spring of 2023. So we're not that far away from being able to experience Arctic Rescue. It would seem there's also a temporary bridge for this construction progress going on, as you can kind of see it, made out of dirt, making sure they can get the proper vehicles over to that side of the construction site with no problems. And you can get a great view of that giant pile of dirt that has been stacked up since they've had to dig underneath the ground for a good 15, almost 20 feet in some areas to make sure all that foundation work is good to go. Now, while we don't know the exact layout, we just know there's going to be 3 launches and 2,800 feet of track. It's kind of interesting to see at least where we will be seeing track, judging by all of these footer locations. There even seems to be some bigger gaps with potential areas for maybe some theming or plant life. I would love to see that, especially since they're going in with this Arctic theme. Maybe some giant icebergs sticking out of the ground. Of course, we'll just have to wait and see on that one. But there's some really great opportunities for theming, as well as even just trees, to make this ride look truly beautiful and really immerse you into that Arctic setting. Now, before we leave the construction site, there's a couple extra stats I should mention. This ride will have a 48-inch height requirement, similar to a lot of the other rides at SeaWorld San Diego, including Manta and Tidal Twister. And pass members will be the first to ride, as they'll have a preview day scheduled. Now, when that is, of course, we're not entirely sure, as no opening date has been chosen, but do keep that in mind. Also, each train will hold 16 riders in 8 different rows, 2 people per row. And I gotta say, it's honestly a great addition to this coaster capital of San Diego mantra that SeaWorld is now displaying. And after experiencing similar coasters, especially Wavebreaker at SeaWorld San Antonio, I can 100% say this ride is going to be a heck of a lot of fun for just about everybody. At least for Wavebreaker, it's not too intense, but it is sure thrilling enough to get that blood pumping. And I've seen everybody from younger audiences to grandparents enjoying that ride.
And as we walked out, they gave us this awesome gift. A leather-bound journal with the Arctic Rescue logo on front. It's even got like a little card holder on there. Super cool. Thanks, SeaWorld. Oh my goodness. Arctic Rescue is going to be absolutely amazing. I'll probably have a full breakdown on everything throughout this video, as well as in the future whenever we find out new information. But it's official. Arctic Rescue is the name of this brand new intimate triple launch coaster with a top speed of 40 miles an hour. There's a 48-inch height requirement, so it's going to be fun for all ages. I can't wait to check it out myself. I mean, just getting to check out the construction progress already was fantastic. Huge thanks goes out to SeaWorld San Diego for inviting us out on this lovely morning. With all that said, I hope you're excited, and just as excited as I am, to ride Arctic Coaster next year. And if you are, make sure to subscribe. We're going to have plenty of updates whenever new things happen with this project. But until next time, subscribe. We'll see you on the next ride.